been very positive lately. I went to see a friend who's got a couple of young kids, and their optimism and enthusiasm filled me up with so much life, and it made me realise how negative adults are, because if you think about it, we're all born optimists, and slowly through being let down and disappointed in life, we become more and more pessimistic. I mean, when have you ever said to a 5-year-old, Johnny's having a party on Saturday, do you want to go? No, I bet it'll take you ages to find it. When we get there, it'll probably be shit. You could get a load of 5-year-olds, lock them in prison, write their serial numbers across their foreheads, and they'd still have a laugh. The only depression they'd suffer is when they wished they could put the numbers 5318008, because then they could do headstands and go, look, boobies. Adam Bloom, that's my real name, Adam Bloom. If I was famous, right, which I'm going to be one day when I get out of this place, right, I'd have to have one of those clever names, like Edward Woodward. You know, the Equalizer. Isn't that a brilliant name? Edward Woodward. Edward Woodward. I'm thinking of changing my name to Adam Dum Dum. And Bloom's a Jewish name, and my dad's a typical Jewish dad, always giving trivial advice. Like, I'm only 5'8", and I've got size 9 feet. And whenever I bought shoes, he'd always say, Adam, try and wear shoes with the design across the toe, because it's an optical illusion. Rather than having one continuous design, a design across the toe breaks up the length and makes the shoe look shorter, and it works. But I thought, if he knew that, then why the hell did he have his son circumcised? Haven't got much Jewish material, but feel the quality. But sex is a big subject, but no one talks about their first sexual thought. Do you remember when you're about 7 or 8, you get a sort of tingly urge? You don't realise it's sexual at the time, and when you look back on your life, you realise it was. Mine was one of those pens with a lady in a swimming costume on. You remember those? And when you turn a pen upside down, the costume disappeared. Do you remember those? Yeah, I shoved one of those up my bum. This political correctness thing, I don't understand it. I was at this woman at a dinner party, went absolutely mad. I'll tell you what I said, right? We're talking about God, because I believe in God. And I said, you have to consider God's existence when you look at beautiful things around you, like a tree, or a flower, or a bird with huge jugs. That's all I said, right? She went berserk and screaming and going mad at me, right? Anyway, later on that night, we got chatting, right? And we started to get on really well, and we started talking about love. And I said to her that what fascinates me about love is I can meet a girl, fall in love, and think this is my ideal partner. I can never get over this person. You split up with them, you get over them, and you meet someone else. And that new person's so much better for you that they make you realise the last person was nothing. Can you relate to that? And then you split up with them and think, I can never get over them, but you do, and you meet someone else. And they're so much better for you that they make you realise the last person was nothing. And this happens again and again and again. And I think to myself, how much bigger can his girl's tits get? She didn't like that very much. I was with my girlfriend once, and we bumped into my ex-girlfriend. I don't know if you've had this, but I was a bit nervous. I introduced them to each other, and they actually got on very well. But there's a real atmosphere at first, because they both look very similar. Except my new girlfriend's got slightly bigger tits, obviously, right? But they got into very deep discussion. The question they were asking was, can anyone consider themselves a good human being, knowing that while they're enjoying their lives, there's suffering in the world? And the whole time this was going on, all I could think to myself was, I've shagged both of you. But I've got an idea that will stop anyone ever finishing with you. What you do is you only go out with non-smokers, okay? And when you're in bed with them for the first time, right, just as they fall asleep, right, stick a few of those Nicorette patches on their arms. About 3 or 4 should do, right? Carefully take them off just before they wake up each morning. So after 3 weeks, they're on about 60 a day, and they've got absolutely no idea they're on them, right? So, if that person ever leaves you, they'll get an incredible craving, think it's love, and come running back to you. Of course, if they already smoke, just sprinkle heroin on their cornflakes. I was expecting it to be a bit more heckly. I went on big confidence, heckler, dealt with him straight away. I think I lost him a bit in the middle, and then just went bang on the tip joke. I just went, and that's it, got him again. I'm thinking of bringing out a book about this big. It's going to be called Advanced Shoplifting, and underneath it's going to say, if you're thinking of buying this book, you're not ready for it.